Since the coming update of Amphoreus' story seems to revolve so much around Mydeimos and the fate of Castrum Kremnos, I thought it might be a good idea to share with you everything there is to know as of now about Crown Prince Mydeimos of the realm of Nikador, Titan of Strife. This is the unlikelygenshingamer, and welcome to Aglaea's History Lessons, a series of videos about the land of Amphoreus, its people and its conflict. As you may have noticed, here in the city of Welcom, the last bastion of humanity in the war against the Black Tide, we harbour a mixed bag of different peoples who have travelled here to escape that very evil we Chrysos heirs seek to eventually eradicate. One of those people is not so much running from death and darkness as he is preparing to return to his homeland with newfound purpose and direction, while fulfilling his duties on the flame chase journey. To understand what it means to be Crown Prince of Castrum Kremnos, it is necessary to explain to you the history of that nation of war and conflict, and more importantly, what its titan, Nikador, really stood for in the grand scheme of Amphoreus' history. In the beginning, Nikador, in his gleaming white armour, was not so problematic and dangerously unhinged as he was most recently. Rather, he was in charge of the defences of Amphoreus, utilising the power of strife and therefore conquest to crush Amphoreus' enemies. To be sure, he was not an agreeable titan, but necessary and noble all the same. The people of Castrum Kremnos were at first a nomadic tribe of warriors, enamoured with Nikador's brilliant and endless battle against the Sky Titan Aglaea. Their leader, Gorgo, led their tribe tirelessly from one city-state to the next, always in pursuit of the recognition and benediction of the Strife Titan. But one day, after learning of a prophecy in which Nikador would never cease his battle against the Sky Titan, Lord Gorgo decided to build a fortress where his warriors could rest and recover from their years-long trek. And from this fortress, they would call to the Strife Titan again, asking for his recognition of their great devotion. Nikador was moved by the battle cry of the warriors of Gorgo, and bestowed on them the Blade of Fury, forged by their own hand. After which, the people built a floating city-state around this divine relic, and named this place Castrum Kremnos, the City of Warriors. Gorgo, the Lion Slayer, became their first king, and so the royal line of Castrum Kremnos was established. But the loss of Nikador in the present era is rooted in Amphoreus' overarching struggle against the Black Tide. As the protector of Amphoreus, Nikador was the first Titan to venture forth to confront this great calamity. But the Black Tide, so like the abyss of the distant world of Teyvat, began to drive the Titan to insanity. Realizing their mind was slipping away, Nikador stored away the most important aspect of himself, his reason, before he was completely consumed. And this left him vulnerable to a most sinister plot, conceived by Mydei's father and his unscrupulous advisors. So far as we know, Mydeimos is the only son of King Euripon and Queen Gorgo, named after the great Gorgo the Lion Slayer of legend. She had great hopes for her beloved son, like an end to the burgeoning infatuation with killing for killing's sake that had cropped up in the people of Kremnos, and the end of the tradition of killing one's father to ascend the throne. But Euripon was not so moved by the birth of his son. Instead, as advisors and diviners whispered in his ear of a great destiny for Mydei, one that included Eurypon's death, he had the young babe imprisoned, only to be cast off the edge of a cliff into the River of Souls. His mother, enflamed with the valor of Gorgo the Lion Slayer, and the wrath of a mother deprived of her child, tried to prevent it, and further challenged Europon to a fight to the death to rescue him. But, fearing her prowess in battle, the same skill he admired the first time she sparred with him in the Festival of Kremnos, Europon had her secretly poisoned to ensure his victory. Unchecked in his madness, Europon devised a plan with the corrupt priest to divide Nikador's divinity into the 5 principles of the god of strife. However, they were unable to locate his reason, which he had stored away beforehand. Still, Nikador, the now mad and immortal Titan, began to wage war across Amphoreus, ignoring his duty to fight back the Black Tide and destroying multiple city-states with his equally corrupt Titankin. Mydei was lost to the River of Souls for 9 years, but miraculously returned with an immortal body, rejected by the Hand of Shadow. We currently do not know what happened to him after his journey through the Sea of Souls, but we do know that at one point he returned to Castrum Kremnos, where he proved himself the most powerful and skilled warrior of the entire city, and drew many other dissatisfied warriors with him in the Kremnoan detachment, leading them away from the encroaching Black Tide, seeking safe harbor in Okema, and finally returning to Kremnos once more to slay his mad father in revenge for his mother. However, he remains reluctant to claim the title of king, despite the insistence of his childhood teacher and protector, the loyal Craterus, who was appointed by his mother even before his birth. According to Lord Mydeimos, the time to resurrect Kremnos' lost dignity is not yet come. Perhaps in the coming Trailblaze quest, the rest of the answers will be revealed to us. Personally, I believe Mydei will inherit the Coreflame of Strife, despite his reluctance to take it. To be sure, Finon's role is not so much that of the Lance of Fury as of the Deliverer. But certainly, we'll have to wait and see what secrets version 3.1 will reveal. If you've enjoyed this history lesson, please like, subscribe, and share this video so I can bring you another. And I'll hopefully see you in the next one.